Indian River County believes that literacy is the bridge to all learning. And with the community united behind the Moonshot goal of achieving 90% literacy by 3rd grade, the schools are experiencing an amazing transformation. And one of the most important factors to their success is how the Learning Alliance and the school district partnered in changing how they teach their students.
If a child can read to learn, they can become anything they want to become. And so our job is really to keep the motivation up, the engagement up, and to build habits in our teachers and children that they know they can succeed. And it doesn't matter what content's put in front of them. They know how to break it down, absorb it, comprehend it, and do something with it.
I have 2 boys, and they both struggled with reading. There's something psychologically that happens that when you as a child are in school and you're struggling to learn to read, it becomes a failure that the child internalizes, and that's wrong. You're desperate as a parent to figure out what's going on, what can I do to help. So I went to graduate school to figure out how best to sit across to the educators that were making decisions about his education, and at least as a parent contribute to the conversation, at least have some understanding about how we read, how we learn, and realized very quickly that I knew more than the educator sitting across the table from him did. And that led to, well, what do we do?
And the first place we started was after school and summer programming.
We started out asking for 35 teacher volunteers. After 2 weeks of training, they started crying, saying, "Oh my God, if I only had learned this way back at the start of my career, how many kids I could have saved."
The teachers, they raised their hand and they said, why is this just after school and summer? Why can't this be during the school day?
So we brought not only what the knowledge was associated with the science of reading, but how to implement it in their classrooms to transform what they were teaching in their Tier 1 instruction.
The district embraced the outside input from the Learning Alliance and collaborated with them to implement new scientifically informed ways to deliver the curriculum to the kids in their classrooms.
If you know how the brain learns to read and how language develops, and you know where that child in front of you is on that trajectory, that changes the way you teach.
All right, look at my mouth. Say, eh. Is my mouth wide open or kind of open? All right, say it one more time. Eh. Look at this guy's mouth. Do you think he's saying eh? No, he is saying the long I sound, like in time and line.
English is hard. English has 26 letters, our alphabet, but it has 44 sounds in it that come together in over 250 spelling combinations.
You're going to see the letter. You're going to say the letter. A spells A. O spells O. PH spells. Here's your next one. S-A spells.
So basically, there's 2 things you need to know to read. You need to understand at a basic level that those squiggles and dots on a page represent sounds, and you have to bring meaning to that. So you have to understand language. You need background knowledge. You need vocabulary. Oral language is the foundation of this. So listening, speaking, that all goes into building that language circuit.
Come here, Chris. Fun.
Fun.
Very good.
And then what you need to do to build that reading circuit is lots of direct, explicit instruction on mapping sounds to print.
So ready? Let's tap it out. Lace.
You have to have both, and they have to be done well. So understanding that English is a hard language to learn, you want to make sure that when kids are practicing and laying these neural highways, that it's done well and that we make solid, permanent, efficient reading brains.
The district and the Learning Alliance raised the bar on how they taught and provided significant support for teachers to rise to this new level.
This whole idea of teaching being isolated is over.
When Dr. Moore and his Unwavering decided to put all these supports in place, right, to make sure teachers had what they needed to meet the expectations, I will not say that everybody went willingly.
Being under such high expectations, it was a little rough at first. The TLA, they're in my room a lot.
In the beginning, Get out of my classroom. I don't know why you're all here. This is crazy. Why are you telling me what to do?
But they helped me to see what I was good at and gave me great feedback, and that really built my confidence.
Their doors are open. We've got people walking in and out of classrooms all the time.
Get used to that. We come in your classroom all the time.
It took time of them seeing that they would come in the classroom, see stuff, and leave, and nobody got eaten. They found out that, oh, well, then they sent me stuff to put in my lesson. That made it easier. Now it's smoothing out.
We have to check in on each other to make sure that what we think we understood is being displayed that way.
What I'm looking for is the delivery of the instruction. It's engagement. Do you have all of your students involved? It could be differentiation.
All right, Zinni.
Because the magic is
What I ask you is different than what I ask somebody else.
Giselle.
it makes the eye shape.
All of those things come together, and then you just see the magic happen.
The feedback that I get each time, it has helped to build my confidence, and they give me small steps. I'm not starting here and having to go up here. It's like a ladder.
We are not the district coming in as an evaluative lens, but here as a supportive lens, and here solely for your success.
I think the kids love it. They get used to it, and they enjoy seeing the support that I'm getting, and they love seeing the principal in their room, knowing that she cares just as much about them as I do.
Teachers need to know and want to know that they're doing a good job and what they can do to be even better. And if you build a culture and climate that it's okay, and teachers trust admin and trust district staff, then together we can really make a difference in our schools.
With the high expectations and open door transparency came coaching support.
Everybody needs a coach.
LeBron James, he has a coach, right?
Imagine having a reading coach who is a content instructional expert at your school full-time, every single day. Sole purpose is to coach and to motivate, help you disaggregate data, model what quality instruction looks like, create the routines to bring instruction to life. That doesn't happen at a professional learning session. It happens every single day.
We realized that they needed coaches in the system. There were no K-2 coaches.
Because we partner with the Learning Alliance, we're able to offer teachers more support at our district.
So I support 5 teachers, plus I do pullouts and small group instruction really with the students who need extra support.
Putting extra staff in the classroom, coaches, interventionists. Guess what? We're going to co-teach. I'm going to help you. I'm going to take these 3 kids because I saw from the data that they need help with this.
You're going to work with Ms. Rich, okay?
It's the norm for you to have a coach in your classroom, and teachers request it. Hey, I want to try this strategy out. Can you please come in? Hey, I just want you to observe me and see what I need to tweak. How can I make this even better?
So you want to use like successive blending. It would be and keeping those two
I'm doing
together.
Assessments and looking at data and moving groups around. Frees up the cognitive load of the teacher a little bit.
Teaching kindergarten at first, it wasn't easy. I had to do everything on my own, and I never felt ready. But the relationship that we're able to build because we have our own personal coach, it makes it easier.
I would advocate that more schools have the money or the allocations to have more interventionists. If we could have a math coach, a reading coach, and a math and a reading interventionist on every campus and then some, the sky's the limit.
On top of in-classroom support, the coaches and teachers are required to collaborative plan each week. Collaborative planning is a time where teachers, coaches, and administration come together to create a game plan for how to best deliver instruction to students in the week ahead.
Collaborative planning is now in the contract, and you will work together with your like teachers and create a lesson plan together.
They meet once a week and plan out what the week is going to look like. The district has already provided lesson plans, so the what of what they're teaching is already done. That time is discussing the how.
But also, are they reading for meaning? Because that's the whole goal of reading.
You don't have them have their books because they're too squirrely. So this would give them something physical and very concrete to do.
When I'm up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Collaborative planning is great. You have to focus on a how. How are you going to get the students to retain that information?
Our teachers have to cram a lot of content into a little time. So one of the things I do is really help them think through how we might keep kids engaged in the learning and really grow deep connections to the content, and the arts provide a pathway to do that.
And the teachers have to feel like it's meaningful and impactful.
How is the foundational skill routine?
I love it so much. I love it so much.
And the teachers have to be valued and an equal partner in the creation of lesson plans and implementation of these plans.
All right, thank you for great collaborative planning. Everybody sharing their ideas and everybody sharing their voice. Have a great day. Have a great day.
I didn't embrace it when data was first a thing. I'm like, please stop. I know my kids. But no, there's things about data that does help. We're back to what standards got missed and who missed it. So now I can specifically say, you know, Johnny missed it, Susie missed it, Jack missed it, and now I can put them in a group and I can strategically teach that standard to those 3 students.
And what sound does J make?
J.
J.
I really think it helps because if you don't have it, there's no concrete thing that you can focus on. You could take your best guess, but it's not necessarily what they need. How do we spell ball?
B-A-L.
We're constantly monitoring the work that our kids are doing, so we intervene right away.
The data, it gives us a green light to intervene, and it shows us exactly where we need to pinpoint our practice and say, hey, something's not right here.
For instance, if all of my kids are in the red, then I know that I need to deliver my instruction in a different way.
The bottom line is, how great are we at providing instruction and knowing that if they didn't learn it, we can quickly figure out why and pivot to give them instruction so they can learn.
This community is running a unique and very effective elementary school system with unprecedented outside support from the Learning Alliance. But watching all the different ways these folks support their teachers and students has given us a few ideas we think we should all consider to improve how we teach our kids. Consider and embrace ideas from outside organizations to improve how kids are taught. Look into the science of how the brain learns to inform how you teach. Open the doors of classrooms and raise expectations for your teachers with raised support and end teaching in isolation. Welcome coaches into your system and make coaching an ongoing standard for your educators. Have your teachers, coaches, and administration meet regularly to plan how they will deliver instruction. Make data easily accessible and understandable for your teachers to inform interventions with their kids.
If we can make a difference early in our primary grades, then we wouldn't have to remediate ourselves out of a problem.
Once you truly understand how we learn, how the brain learns to read, what practices and instructional resources need to be put in place, we can do this and we need to do it.